I feel embarrassed.
I'm in the middle of ignoring some internet drama of my own at the moment, but I'm still in the mood to talk about some internet drama.
I feel embarrassed.
But I'm just getting around to it now because I was making other videos.
I feel embarrassed.
Hey ladies, how's it going? Dan Frampton here, and today we're talking about this Fantano Logic drama that just happened. You see, Anthony Fantano runs one of the most popular music review sites on YouTube, and here he is, the needle drop, with all these Logic reviews. Now you see there's a lot of red flannel, there's a lot of not goods going on here, and all that is going towards Logic, and Logic is feeling kind of sad about it. So Logic is like, oh man, Anthony Fantano, why do you gotta make all these bad reviews on me? And then in 2020, these two guys, Logic, this big famous rapper guy, and Anthony Fantano, this big famous reviewer guy, get on a phone call with one another and they come to an agreement, and that agreement is we should be friends. And it was kind of crazy as a fan of Fantano, knowing all the things that he said about Logic, that they'd actually become friends, and it seemed like they would. But in the back of my mind, you're thinking like, oh man, there's gonna be like a conflict of interest at one point because Logic is going to do something cringe, and Anthony has no other choice but to comment on the cringe of Logic. But we thought we were in the clear because Logic retired. He thought he was going to be like a Twitch streamer all of a sudden. And when that happened, Anthony Fantano did a little interview with him. And then their chemistry together showed the audience that, hey, yeah, maybe they can be friends, and maybe this beef is squashed, and maybe everyone involved is mature enough to understand the jobs that everyone has in this whole situation. They're grown-ups, right? But it turns out that Logic just couldn't retire because he loves it so much. He's so passionate about the game, so he had to put out like this mixtape, and then he had to put out this record. But before this record came out, he did another little interview with Fantano, and that was only 5 days ago as a recording of this video. It's important to note that Logic asked Fantano if he could use some like voice recordings, like voice memo type things that Anthony sent him on the record, and Anthony was like, yeah, of course, yeah, whatever, if you think that that's okay, you go ahead and do that, which is all stuff that he explained in the review that I watched today. But all of that kind of goes out the door when you're gonna write an entire verse about somebody and not even mention it to them, and especially when that verse involves homicidal ideation. And it doesn't come across like a joke. It's like, I really did feel this way. So I think that we should go through these lyrics here right now and see how crazy Logic was to pen this stuff and then put it on an actual LP. Now, one thing I have to say right off the bat is I love a good diss track, and I am here for the drama. So I want this to be the juiciest stuff possible, but it all needs to make like narrative sense, you know what I mean? And so far, it's making narrative sense. They go from not liking one another to then having a call and then liking one another, putting out collaborations and interviews together where it seems like everything is water under the bridge, and now it's all Eminem MGK type stuff, you know? So remember this, they are friends at this point. There is no beef, and he's still saying, feel it in my bald spot, Anthony Fantano, right off the bat, going after the baldness. And right away, that's kind of a low blow. You plaid shirt wearing motherfucker AO. Okay, that kind of language is like par for the course in rap. I'm not really gonna be like calling him out for wearing a plaid shirt, that's nothing. AO, I used to hate you cause you shit on my music. What do you mean he shit on your music? And what do you mean hate you? He's a music critic. He just like listens to records and then tells people his opinion on the records. Why would you hate him for that? And why do you call it shitting on music? It is a review, okay? But now we homies, I take your criticism and use it. Okay, that's interesting. I used to fantasize about murdering you? What? That's a little out of pocket. I don't know, man. What do you mean you used to fantasize about murdering your now friend? Why are you out here saying this publicly? Choking you to death. Okay, now we're getting a little too graphic here, Logic. And watching from your point of view till we got friendly. That's a little bit twisted, I'm not gonna lie. And I realize you wasn't ever trying to end me one night, midnight 2020 on the phone. You said the wildest shit that solidified me to stone. What? Oh yeah, and I don't think that Anthony Fantano said anything too profound or anything. He was probably just like, hey man, these are just like my opinions, and I know my fans kind of go a little bit crazy sometimes, but that's whatever. That's just like an opinion I have on the record, and I don't know why you're going so crazy about it. And he goes, oh yeah, that's true. That makes a lot of sense. I'm successful and I'm fucking worthy to be here. Yeah, you're successful. People like you. What are you doing getting mad at a review? And your opinion is just your opinion. It doesn't matter like your legion of fuckboy minions. What are you saying, legion of fuckboy minions? I'm gonna have to step in and take personal offense here because that would be me that you're talking about there. I watch Anthony Fantano. I like Anthony Fantano. I don't take everything that he says very seriously, and to be honest, we disagree on so many things. We do, however, agree that Soul Glow, Diaspora Problems is a fantastic record. But agree or disagree with him, yes, I do watch his videos, and I would be a fuckboy minion, but I don't consider myself a fuckboy minion. And what are you talking about? I walk my own path out here in the world, okay? And just because he says he doesn't like some of the stuff you do, didn't send me to your Instagram page. It didn't send me to your Twitter. It didn't send me out there to make fun of you, okay? I didn't parrot any of his opinions out there in the world, you know? And I don't think most of the people that watch Anthony Fantano did either. And even the ones that did can be ignored because they're just idiots on the internet in comment sections. And what are you doing writing whole verses about idiots in comment sections? It meant a lot, friend or not, honesty is everything. It's fucking everything we got. And there it was. That came out on the record in a song, and Anthony listened to it for the first time live on stream with his audience. And his reaction was like, I don't know, man, it was something to watch because he was like speechless at first, and then when he came to grips, he was like, man, I'm just embarrassed. And I showed you that clip at the very beginning of this video.
I feel embarrassed.
And then it was just him trying to like process all this stuff. He's like, well, it wasn't really that deep. And it's really not that deep. It's not even deep enough for me to be inspired by it to make a video. But because of who's involved and the narrative at play, it makes it a very interesting story. Enough so to make an entire YouTube video about it. So yeah, is it overstated? Sure. Is everybody overthinking in this situation? Absolutely. But is it juicy and absolutely titillating? Yeah, for sure it is. Yeah, you got that right. And the more interesting aspect of it all is it's kind of like Streisand affecting itself. Nobody involved really wants this to grow any bigger, but because it just exists, it's just naturally going to. So do I think Anthony Fantano's reaction was justified to the song that was put forth by Logic? And yeah, I kind of do. I don't think I'd be able to vibe to something like that either if it was about me. But who knows? Maybe they're just one phone call away from being best friends again. Okay, that's going to be about it. Like and subscribe, and until my next upload, watch a couple more uploads.